And so this thought of day has to do with, you know, the way we carry ourselves and what we do. You just might not know who is watching or who you are being the prime example to. Just the other day, you know, I always had this vision of creating an art academy so that I can meet the needs of those youth in my community, which is Boyle Heights. And I find that in Boyle Heights there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent. And you know, I always had this desire to create this academy due to the fact that if I would have had an art school or an art program when I was growing up in the 80s, I think my life probably took a different direction. I do come from a single mom. My dad was a heroin addict, for those who know my story, and my mom could not put me in no school or at least be able to inspire me or support my gift of art. So I had to find the LA River to be my personal studio, you know? And so the LA River sort of held me. And so for that reason, I felt that, you know, I have to create a curriculum, and my curriculum is based on my life experience, pretty much. That's plain and simple. I have this kid named Victor Galvan, and Victor Galvan came through our doors of homeboy industry, young dude, and not knowing where to go, what direction to head to, but he had a potential, he had talent. And he showed me his portfolio, and I was like, damn, dude, you're 17 years old, you have so much talent. Why don't you come to my art academy? And at this point, he's like, well, what are you going to teach me? And I said, just show up. And so he showed up to the art academy, and he had skills, so there was not much that I can teach him, but I think the education came from me just being the example. He watched, and he's watching. And how I carried myself as an artist within that space, I remember telling him, I go, man, dude, if I could turn back the hands of time, at 17, your age, I would just immediately finish high school and work my way into Otis, Cal Arts, or Art Center. That would have put me in a much better, stable place without having to go through the mist of misery and suffering due to drugs. And so he's like, yeah, man, well, I don't even know, dog, because I'm struggling too. My mom, and similar, the story was like similar to mine when he was young, but he had the talent. So just fast forward, to make a long story short, because of what I said to him, he called me just last week, and he said, Fabian, hey bro, I just want to thank you, Holmes. You know, check this out, my life has been great. Thank you for inviting me to your academy. I mean, taking the time to listen to me. And he goes, you know what, you said something to me that was very moving. I go, what's that? You said to me that if you had the opportunity to turn back the hands of time, you would go to high school and end up in Otis, Cal Arts, or Art Center. He goes, well, I'm gonna tell you something, Fabian. I have turned the hands of time for you. I am now enrolled in a 4-year college at Art Center. And now I'm learning all kinds of stuff, dog, and I can see myself working for DreamWorks and Disney, something that I always wanted to do. And I just told him, man, I'm proud of the fact that you made that decision, homie, and I'm glad that I played a major role in that. So I say to you today, remind yourself of what it is you're doing, because you just don't know who's watching, and the words you might say to someone would allow them to turn back the hands of time and maybe fulfill the dream that we took so long to gain, or we're working towards now, as in. With that said, just keep that in mind. Have a great day.